Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pineapple Experience. I have Nixie here with me, and she is going to share so many golden nuggets with us tonight. So, Nixie, why don't you take it away?
Hey, everybody. How are you doing today? So, of course, when we switched over to live, it just needed to reconnect to my Bluetooth. And so just bear with us, you know how 2020 is with this technical difficulties. But that is a good reason to have like CBD or hemp or cannabis, you know, to keep you relaxed and keep you ready for things like that.
Yeah. So, where do you want to start? I mean, this is such an amazing topic. I love it. We're going to start with how you got into it, where you're at, and I'm hearing myself.
Sorry, the thing just keeps saying like
can't connect,
connected, and then like not. So it was just bugging me for a second.
That's okay.
And I want to make sure I can hear you in my ears. But so yeah, I would just say to start, like you want to talk about the nutrition of it, the health of it, and like why we should be using cannabis every day.
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, this is like not gonna work.
Okay.
So
I'm here for it.
Okay. All right. You can hear me fine, right?
I can hear you perfect.
Okay. So cannabis actually, this is a cannabis plant right here. It's in its flowering phase, so it looks really pretty. It smells really nice as well. And it actually saved my life. So saved my life many times. First, when I was a child and I was really depressed, and I turned to the herb because I saw my sisters and brothers doing it, and it made them happier and laughing, and I was really sad. And I first turned to it then, and I noticed it didn't hurt me. It didn't hurt anyone around me, and the people who were doing it were getting in less trouble than the people who were out there drinking and partying and doing stuff like that. So that was like my first experience with it. So Mary Jane's been my friend a long time. But when it saved my life was when I actually had a traumatic brain injury and I fell down a flight of stairs, and at that time I wasn't using cannabis. I was really focused on my fitness and health career, and after I got a traumatic brain injury and then post-concussion syndrome, I wasn't able to go back to the same career, at least not right away. I had to wait a few years and heal my brain. And they gave me all these medications, like because I was having neurological issues, and your neurons really control like your body and stuff. Sometimes I'd have seizures, or sometimes I couldn't like move my arms right or whatever. It was just like really crazy. And they were giving me all these different pharmaceuticals, but none of them were healing me. The opiates would just make me really sick, and like not just like depressed, like want to sleep all day. And then like anything else, just it didn't heal me. It just covered up the symptom. And so if I would ever stop taking it, which it had negative side effects, then I would just go back to being ill again. So like there was a period of time where I just wasn't getting better. And I found out that actually juicing cannabis was better than smoking it, and that could actually heal your brain. So I started doing that and combining it with other herbs and fresh fruits and vegetables as well, because those all have antioxidants and vitamins and minerals that are really good for you. And this is literally just another herb, like it's an annual herbaceous flowering plant. And just because it has a lot of medicine in it, that's what made it become illegal a little while ago. But now, as you saw with the election, there's been, I think, at least 12 more states that legalized cannabis. So at least, you know, medical use, recreational use, they're seeing the benefit of it. Especially, you know, this might sound crazy, but it helped heal my brain, miraculously heal my brain, so I could be able to talk like this. Like, I couldn't even take my thoughts and put them into words. Like, it was just like a lot of frustration, a lot of personality changes, a lot of anger, a lot of depression, you know. But the plant was actually, yeah, juicing CBDA. So I was actually juicing like this plant, like grow it like this, and then I would like take take some of this off and stick it in the juicer. Yeah. And it doesn't get you high because, well, it's actually rich in THCA, the plant that I used, but CBDA is also very, very valuable as well. So they're acidic cannabinoids, and the difference between regular cannabinoids like CBD and acidic cannabinoids is that they're water soluble. So when you juice it, you're literally taking like the blood of the plant. Your poor little plant. I'm sorry. Don't freak out. They hear you. Don't stress them out. Okay. You're like literally taking it out, and that raw juice is rich full of cannabinoids, terpenes, proteins, and the acidic cannabinoids are water soluble. So you don't actually have to heat them. You don't have to use anything else, and your cells are surrounded by water. Your cells, like each cell is surrounded by H2O. So if it's water soluble, it's just like mixing, I don't have a water bottle in front of me, but like water and water. You can't see one water molecule go into another water molecule. But CBD is fat soluble. That's why you see CBD oils. Because they have to heat. They take this and they heat it to extract the oil of the plant. So there's a water in this plant and there's an oil in this plant. And so then they take the oil out, they get the CBD, they have to heat it, they have to sometimes use solvents. Most people have to use solvents because rosin is very CBD activated CBD rosin. I actually have never even heard of except for me making it myself. So most people use solvents to create an oil to take that CBD out, either make a CBD isolate or a full spectrum CBD oil. And that's fat soluble, and then it has to go through your fat system and your triglyceride system, which is a double pass system and triple pass system, and that actually loses the bioabsorption, so like the bioavailability. Like, you take vitamins, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the best kind of vitamins are whole food vitamins. Do you agree?
Yes.
They're like from the whole food. They're not just like vitamin C ascorbic acid. It's like vitamin C from kiwis and oranges and broccoli, right?
Right.
And so it's like the whole food is much better for you. Sorry, I went like way into it.
No. And would you mind touching? There's CBD oil that doesn't get you high. I think a lot of people have this misconception. Like, I use CBD, I'm going to get high. And
so the heating thing, that's the trick, is that I would suggest, if you don't want to get high, is to find a cold extracted one, because no matter what, there is going to be a tiny, tiny, tiny amount of THC from a heated product. Right. So I would suggest getting raw CBDA, but like there are CBD isolate oils, and most CBD oils you're not going to get high, because what you get high from is THC. Like, you're going to, even if it's 1 milligram of THC, and it has like 25 milligrams of CBD, that's going to outweigh any psychoactive properties in that ratio. So even like almost all CBD products do have, it says like you have to have below 0.03, and so a lot of them do have that. They have, a certain amount in them. So it's the thing is, it's just the ratio. Like anything you eat, like what if you were to have, you know what I got? I bought vanilla extract, and they asked me to show my ID, and I was like, why? And they're like, oh, well, it's made with alcohol, and there's so much alcohol percentage in this that you could get drunk, and so you need to be 21 and over to buy this vanilla extract. And I was like, well, maybe I don't want it. And then I was like, it was at Trader Joe's. Yeah, it was bourbon vanilla extract, but it was just like, I just thought it is vanilla extract. I literally put it in my chai tea. But they said like, no, there's so much alcohol in it, and I was like, I never knew. But that's an alcohol extract, and they use that to make CBD too.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When do you think our society is going to finally get over this? Like, when people say cannabis is a drug, it makes me cringe in the worst way. Can you hear me?
I'm sorry, you cut out. I didn't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Okay, you said where do you think our society is, and then you cut out.
So, like, people view cannabis as a drug.
Yes.
And it makes me cringe. But when do you think we're moving forward in that place where it's going, like having a beer and smoking a joint is going to be equivalent to each other?
Well, down here in SoCal, pretty much is. Because, like, people talk about it publicly. Everywhere I go, I hear people talking about weed and getting the delivery and eating edibles. And we talk to, like, we don't hide it here in SoCal. So I know you're in Wisconsin? Minnesota, okay. That's a different place than Southern California, where people have been, hippies been going forever. And I also live near the coast, so I think that it really matters where you're at. I travel, and if it weren't for the COVID thing, I'd be traveling and educating about cannabis. And there are very small niches of people who, like you, are like, I can see the medical value. It doesn't, it's actually healthier for you than drinking a beer, because beer causes inflammation, and this is anti-inflammatory. So even when you smoke it. Yeah, it's definitely losing the stigma in Washington State. So the West Coast is definitely, I think we lost her.
I'm here.
Okay, I was like, what happened? Where'd she go?
Freaking technology, I tell you.
Don't put me on focus. I was like, I'm not the only one here.
The show is yours.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think it's losing its stigma. I think that it really matters where you're at. The more east you go, the culture's different. I lived on the East Coast for a while. I lived in Washington, D.C. I lived in New Hampshire. And the culture's different on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think that the education, though, is the trick. Because
point of that,
the more people realize how not harmful it is, like, and how actually healthy it can be. Like, you can grow a plant on your patio, no, it's not harming anybody. Look, it looks like kind of like that little tiny Christmas tree almost now, like if it were upside down maybe. But it's just like, it's not, there's my succulent and there's my cannabis. It's not, I can eat it, I could light it on fire like I light my egg, I cook my eggs, It doesn't, it's just a plant. That's the thing. Like, it literally grows in dirt. I use the same soil to grow my strawberries and my basil and my mint and my cilantro. It just sits next to them. It's just another herb. And I think once people realize that, like, oh, wait, it's not like, this thing is not a monster. It doesn't, like, turn into a werewolf at midnight and come and eat your children. I thought that that's what cannabis did, like in Reefer Madness.
Yeah, 100%. And people, you also have to know your threshold. Like, I think people kind of overdo it when they're not familiar with how to use it properly. And they're like, whoa, I'm never doing that again. You know what I mean?
Yes, just like anything, you have a negative experience the first time. You have to have a broader perspective of where you were, what happened, who you were with, and in the sense that you said, like, people call it a drug and that irks you, is that a drug is something that does change your state, change your mood, change your mind. CBD is even a drug. According to the FDA, CBD is a drug because it literally alters your mind. And I know, why do they know it alters your mind? Because they know that everyone's taking it to relax. And they're like, wait a minute, CBD is a drug. We can't have it in food. And it's also because it's a single molecule, okay? But if you keep it whole plant, it's not just CBDA. There's, like I said, there's a bunch of nutrition in this thing.
Right.
It even has more vitamin A than carrots.
Really?
Yes. So, like, come on, people. It's just like super broccoli, okay?
Right. It's crazy. Like, my dream someday is to own a dispensary. That's what I want to do, my husband and I.
You want to do what?
We want a dispensary.
Oh.
Yeah. And I don't know when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen, but it's something we want to do.
Well, what's going on in Wisconsin? What's the legal limit right now? Like, is it state, medical?
Wisconsin, it's 0.
Okay.
I'm in Minnesota though.
Oh wait, I don't know why I keep saying Wisconsin.
That's where I was born. Maybe I'm just giving off that vibe to you.
I think I like watched your TikTok where you were like doing these things and you're like telling you, maybe it said like born in Wisconsin, now living in. Is that what it was?
Maybe.
It's like stuck in my head. I mean, your TikToks, they got me. That's why I'm here.
Sister
I was like, I want to see what she's like. I want you to talk to this girl.
You got to get on there. Like,
I am on TikTok. Oh my god, I got addicted to it.
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? And the people are like a completely different group of people. But that's for another topic. That's another.
That's how every platform is like a different community. I mean, it's not like every platform is a different community of people.
Yeah.
The internet is so interesting.
But you have to choose where you want to pour your energy. And that's what TikTok is helping me realize.
Yeah, that is true. You choose and then, we can talk about it later. This comment says, CBD is a body high and THC is a head high. For me, I use CBD vape oil along with my low dose naltrexone. Okay, so is that for pain, I'm guessing, or inflammation? And, yeah, I think that could be true, definitely, for someone. I think, and I also want to say that using the plant in any way is very personal. Like me juicing it, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Not many people do that. Not many people take a really pretty flower and they're like, let me grind it up and see what comes out of it. Most people hang it upside down. They just cut it here and hang it upside down, dry it, and then put it in their pipe and smoke it, and then feel like, or cook it into some brownies, and that's what normal people do. But I was like, there's got to be a way. Like, I was smoking it, it made me feel better, but it didn't make me heal better.
Right.
So I would say, eat it raw if you really want to heal better.
They said both.
Yeah, and do it all. I mean, I literally do like every single version. So
I just adore you, and I could go on for hours and hours with you. I almost started juicing right before I started the LDN. What is that?
Low dose.
Oh,
naltrexone. He's a follow-up comment.
Gotcha.
I love it. I love the puzzles in the text.
I know. Acronyms. Could you talk real quick? There's 2 types of plants, and they breed plants. Like growers breed plants.
Yes.
A certain type. Can you talk a little bit about that? I love it.
I actually have a male plant as well because I am breeding too.
Really?
I'm just not going to bring it over because I don't want to get up again. But one of these branches, how do you say? I put some of the pollen on. I pollinated it. Yes.
With the male plant.
With a different male plant, yes. I got a seed. Just like I have a seed that is a different strain than this. And this plant was just a gift from someone. They're like, hey, I have a bunch of extra plants. You want one? And I was like, yeah, I'll just put it out on my patio, see what happens. And then it turned into this beautiful little thing. I mean, it's so cute. And it smells really good. But so yeah, breeding. You want me to talk about breeding?
Yeah. Do you mind?
I mean, breeding happens every day. There are millions of strains. Something that bugs me is when people say, oh, is it indica or sativa? Because those don't really exist anymore. Everything's a hybrid. It's just, you should look at the terpenes and how it's going to make you feel. Because sometimes limonene is like from lemonade, lemons, oranges. It's that lemony smell. This is literally called lemon cookies. But it smells like, it smells like skunky. And so then you would think like something, for me, something skunky is going to make me sleepy. And then something like fruity is going to make me like, oh, happy. So I think that you really have to, like Toucan Sam, follow your nose and feel like, what does this smell make me feel like? Like, did you know that people used to drink lemonade as an antidepressant?
No.
Because of how much limonene is in the lemon peels. And limonene is a terpene that's uplifting, energizing terpene. So I would really say, if you can, figure out what terpenes are in it, and if you can't get a lab test on whatever products you're getting, like this lab test, it doesn't say, here's a lab test for you, it doesn't say the terpenes. It just says the THC, CBD is lower than the quotient that it could even test for, and whatever else. But like, it doesn't tell me what terpenes are in it, so I have to actually like open it. Like, I can't smell it actually at this point, because see, this is the thing about legalization, is that everything's sealed, so you can't even smell it anymore. Like before, you could go to the club or go to your guy, and then he would like have a bag, and he'd be like, "Here, smell it." He'd be like, "Oh my gosh, it smells so dank. Yeah, I want some." Or like you'd smell which one, and then you'd be like, "Okay, I want that one. That's the one for me." That other one, I don't like how that smells. That smells like trash to me. And then like to that someone else, it smells like chocolate. So that's what I'm saying. This is really personal. Really, really personal.
So when you're breeding your plants, I'm assuming you produce for recreational and medical purposes, right?
For me, like literally, I just have like, this is just for me.
It's all.
Yeah, I would say medical and recreational. I mean, I guess technically every way. This is the thing about saying medical and recreational. When you come home and you drink a glass of wine from a stressful moment, like with your kids, didn't sleep well, like the world is ending, all that stuff.
Yeah.
When you drink that wine, is it medicinal or recreational?
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, that word is self-defined. That word is subjective.
Mm-hmm.
I would say if you're recreational, you're going to a concert. That's recreation. You're going to the park to skate. That's recreation. You're going to work out. That's recreation. Are you doing something that's recreational? And doing it, like, I'll take edibles and then go on my scooter to the beach. Okay, that's recreational. But you know what? It's also medicinal, because I literally will be meditating with my Tibetan bowl on my edibles, taking my scooter to the beach, and what's happening is the frequency is healing my cells, and I feel way better, and then I'm able to work better, and then be a better nutritionist and happiness mentor and cannabis educator the next day. So it's like what is medicinal versus recreational? So that's just like,
you need to get that on a t-shirt.
There's no indica or sativa. There's no medicinal or recreational. It's all self-defined. Okay, it's how you use it. Just use it responsibly. Like, don't spend all of your food money on it instead of eating. Right? Like,
yeah.
Just be responsible with it.
And feel safe. I think it's very important to feel safe in the beginning. Especially if you're not one who's ever done it before.
Yes, definitely be in a safe area. I find it that is heart opening. And so like, you want to definitely feel safe, and you want to not feel like vulnerable, like, oh, like everyone's looking at me. Maybe just only have people you trust around you, and we can't really have any other option anymore. So this might be the perfect time for newbies to get into cannabis.
Yeah.
Safe at home with their loved ones. And I would highly suggest doing some art. You know, like be a child again, connect with your heart.
I have to say, some of my best ideas flourish in those moments because it turns off the noise.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not so loud anymore.
What's going on in your brain that's so loud?
Work, COVID, the news, money, you know, all that stuff. It just kind of lets me.
Yes. I feel like that is all one thing as well. And yeah, I think it allows that to happen. And then if you don't have access to that, meditation helps. You can really get to a higher place. I mean, you don't feel all giggly and stuff, but you could find a place of letting that go. You could find a place without cannabis and be able to let that go.
Yeah.
It's just makes it a lot easier. It just more like opens the door, a lot more quickly for you to get to that place. It's like a supplement, right? A supplement. It supplements you. Like, I can't eat enough vitamin C today because oranges and tomatoes and broccoli I can't have, like, because of my autoimmune disease, and so I would have to supplement with Camu 100% vitamin C capsules, right? Or whatever, or powder. So I'm supplementing my diet. So it's like it's just, don't make it everything.
Yeah, I love it. Well, Dixie, my love, where can people find you?
NixieDee.com, NIXIEDEE.com. And then I'm also on TikTok with that name, I think. Man, I don't even know.
I need to check after this.
Let's see. My TikTok is open. Yes, at Nixie D is on TikTok. Pretty silly on there. Pretty authentic. I don't know how to be any other way. And also on Twitch as Nixie D, live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m., doing happiness coaching and educating. And Thursdays is nutrition. So if you want to talk about, well, you can talk about cannabis any day and how it's related to the topic. But if you want to talk more about cannabis nutrition, that would be Thursdays on Twitch, 10 a.m.
Awesome. And I'm going to be joining you on Twitch too.
You're gonna do what?
I'm going to join you on Twitch.
Okay.
I decided Peyton's going to help me.
You're gonna start?
I don't know. I'm just going to wing it. Gary Vee always is talking about it.
Twitch? He's talking about Twitch?
Oh yeah, a lot.
Oh my gosh, I don't follow that guy. I feel like he was too vulgar and like negative for me.
Very, very in your face, like no pity parties allowed.
I'm really in your face, and that guy is like way more in your face.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, man. 6 feet, Gary.
He is. He's something else. But I have this perspective of it's for gamers only. So I'm glad that you said that you're on Twitch because it helped switch my perspective.
Okay, so I gotta help you out. We gotta get you a Discord.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta get you a Pineapple Project Discord.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so exciting. And then Twitch and Discord go hand in hand. And then I was telling you, are we still live? We're still live.
We're still live.
But we can help people out, okay? Yeah. Because let me tell you something. Why go on Twitch is because so I've been a coach for 10 years, and my clients have had to pay me out of their pocket. Hundreds of dollars, or 100 at least an hour, okay? Let's just say that. At least 100 an hour. That's a lot of money for a single person trying to make it and take care of their family to pay you. But guess what? That's not a lot of money for YouTube or Twitch to pay you, because YouTube and Twitch are very, very big companies who have billions of dollars. Right. So when people subscribe to you for $3.99 a month, Twitch is paying you. Twitch pays you. Ad revenue. YouTube pays you. So instead of having, so you can go on and you can do like I know how you teach courses, and you could teach your courses live. You could just like how I do the happiness coaching. I used to charge for that time. I mean, I still do. You can still coach me one-on-one, but you could also go into the chat room, subscribe for a much lower cost, like let's say even if it were $10 a month, and then get so much more value, so much more direct contact time with that person. So any time that you're feeling down or whatever, it's not that you just got your 1 hour a week. It's now that you get 1 hour a day minimum. And so the more contact, because that's what we all want. We're lonely up in our homes. We're all alone. Like, oh, I got my husband and my kid, but I want some friends. Like, I want some fun. I want some community. You're like out there on TikTok. You're like, hey guys, what's up? You're talking directly to your camera. But it's like, but what's awesome about Twitch, and this too, I can see that people are talking directly with us, is that it's a direct interaction. It's the engagement, and we both know from marketing, business development, education, that engagement is number one. The engagement is what keeps your customers around for life. Is getting to know each other and knowing like who you are, what you're about, and knowing like, oh yeah, so next time anyone like knows like, oh, they talk about cannabis or whatever, they're gonna think of this, right? Anyone who is here or sees this, they're gonna think of this, and they're gonna tell someone else about it. Yeah. So it's
the ripple. The ripple universe.
I love it. The internet's just like,
I love
exciting
it.
To me.
And I love giving people the platform to talk about what they love. It like fuels my soul.
Yeah, there are some really cool. Do you mind if I want to shout out who brought me to Twitch?
Yeah.
Because you said that I'm bringing you there. Well, who brought me was this band. I saw this band. They're like 6 people, and they all live together in a house, and they're called the Black Pack Family, and it's Sunny and the Black Pack, and they go live on YouTube, and they play their music, and they each they have like other artists connected to them, but they're so full of love and kindness, and they support you. My heart just goes out to them. It just warms up so much. Like, they just love their community and their fans so much, and they all just work together to just make it and live their purpose. Yeah. And then living that authentic purpose, just really, we all need that right now, because the world's changing. So we need to know how to make it doing what we love to do.
Right. I'm going to put their name in the show notes. Are you good with that?
Yeah. On YouTube, it's Sunny and the Black Pack.
SU or SO?
SU, like the sunshine.
Okay. I'm going to link them in the show notes, and I'll make sure your website and your social media is there. I may have to get your Twitch again, but I'll go back.
Twitch is Nixie D. NIXIEDEE.
Right. All right. Well, thank you for coming on here with me.
I'm so excited that you're going to be on Twitch. I'm so excited to watch you.
Yes. I told Peyton before I came in here, I put the pizza in the oven, and I'm like, I'm getting Twitch after this.
You're going to go live? Or are you going to make your, oh my God, this little birdie, the birds never come on my patio. This little birdie is literally on my patio at my door right now. And that means you about to fly, bird. You about to fly. It's going to be, you said, I know that you fell in love with TikTok. And that's just so did I. But then when I saw that I could just sit here in my comfy rocking chair and talk to people and share my love and spread my love and also play video games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sign me up.
And you are a mother, correct?
Yes, with 2.
Okay. And one of them must be old enough to play video games, right?
Mm-hmm. He's 12.
Oh, what? Girl, I thought, what? 12? I thought one of them was 4 and 1 or something.
12 and 7.
Well, this game here, let me grab this little guy. This game is augmented reality.
Oh.
It's called Mario Kart Home Circuit, and you literally make a circuit around your home with these little cardboard gates and arrows, and then you can use whatever else you want. I use my paintings like all over my floor, and then make this really cool circuit, and you drive this with the. Do you have a Nintendo Switch?
We don't. We have an
Xbox. My gosh. What do you have?
An Xbox.
Anyways, you can watch me stream it. It's so much fun. It was like, if I had kids though, I'm like, oh my god, you have kids, you got to get this game. But like seriously, so much fun. And it has like a little webcam, so it goes around. So when you're driving and you're looking at the screen, you're looking at your house, and it's all augmented as a Mario Kart track. It's insane. It's crazy. And so then when you come and drive next to you, you can see you on the Mario track, and you look like a giant. And like messing with my feet. I'm like, rah, I'm gonna get you, Luigi. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, anyways, it's really great. I can't wait for more people to just make money being themselves and expressing their authentic, like.
All about. There's so much judgment. There's so much hate. Mm-hmm. There's so much like closed mindedness. Just needs to. But it's people like you and I that are going to change that.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is creating a community. So I know you have the Pineapple Project, and I'm creating something called the Happiness Force. Like a force to reckon with. So the Pineapple Project, maybe we gotta combine them.
Let's do it.
We gotta combine forces. Taking you over to my side.
Yeah, you have lightsabers and everything. Oh, I'm on to something.
You know, well, my Discord, we already have like Queen, Mandalorian, Jedi, things like that. So I got to get you in on that. Yeah. I'll add you to it first so it can teach you the back end, like the back end and the front end.
I'd love that.
We're going to do it right now. We're going to go to work. Actually, I have to go walk some of my neighbor's dogs because the sun's setting, but you know.
Sounds good. Well, I'm here for it, and I appreciate you so much. Anyone watching this, reach out to Nixie. She is phenomenal. This is our first time like talking face to face, and I feel like we've been friends forever.
I feel like I want to come over and like hug you, be like, hey, what's up, girl? You better smoke that joint.
Exactly.
Oh, just wait till we get that teleportation device. They're gonna release that with the next president.
It's got to be coming.
I mean, after all this they put us through.
I know. It's the least they could do.
Yeah, they're like, don't worry, we ruined travel for a reason, okay?
Exactly. All right, my love. Well, you enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll chat and talk. Is chat soon?
Okay. We'll chat soon.
Bye.